This is topic 7-6. We're going to be subtracting mixed fractions. That's a fraction with, remember, with a whole number and a fraction next to it. We are going to be subtracting it, and there's sometimes we're going to be doing renaming. Renaming is what we used to call borrowing, but now it's called renaming. I don't know why. You're going to need your pencil and your notes. Topic 7-6. Let's use Roman numeral 6. That's a 5 and a 1. And subtract mixed fractions. We're going to start with our most basic one. We have 3 4/5 minus 2 2/5. Notice how they're written horizontally. I'm going to have you start writing them vertically, okay? And that's called lining it up. So we're going to write 3 4/5 minus 2 2/5. And this will just be easier in a moment. So we lined it up. And now we need to check our denominators. Our denominators are the same. If our denominators are the same, then we can proceed. We're going to subtract and simplify. You need to subtract the fraction first. 4/5 minus 2/5, well, we rewrite our denominator. 4 minus 2 is 2, and 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay? The next one we're going to try is 6 4/5 minus 2 1/3. This one is different because the denominators are not the same. I'm going to erase this so we have plenty of room. But our first step again is to line up our fractions. 6 4/5 minus 2 1/3. Now we need to check our denominator. We have a 5 and a 3. They're not the same, so we need to change them so that they are the same using the least common denominator. What is the number that 5 and 3 can both multiply to become? They can both become a 15. So we're going to change it. We're going to write a 15 here and a 15 here. What did I multiply my 5 by to get 15? I multiplied it by 3. And since I multiplied the denominator by 3, I have to multiply the numerator by 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And we've gone over that a lot of times, so we really understand that. I'm going to get rid of my old fraction. It's gone. I now have to change my next one. What did I multiply my 3 by to get 15? A 5. And since I multiplied the denominator by 5, I have to multiply the numerator by 5. 1 times 5 is 5, and this one's gone. Now I have 12 15ths, take away 2 15ths. I have lined them up, and I have checked their denominator, and now I can proceed. 12 minus 5 is 7. I rewrite my denominator. 6 minus 2 is 4. I'm going to see if I can simplify. I can't. There's no number that goes into 7 and 15, so we're done. These are our basic ones. The one that we're going to really focus on today are the ones with renaming or borrowing on it. So now we have this fraction, 5 1/3 minus 2 3/4. So I start the same, I line it up. 5 1/3 minus 2 3/4. I've lined them up vertically. I'm going to check the denominators. They're not the same, so I'm going to find their least common denominator. What's the number that 3 and 4 can both multiply to become? 12. So I'm going to change this to a 12 and this to a 12. What did I multiply my 3 by to get 12? 4. Since I multiplied my denominator by 4, I have to multiply my numerator by 4 because of the laws of equality, the laws of multiplications of identity. And we're going to get a 4 here. And this one is gone. Now since I multiplied my 4 and made it a 12, I multiplied it by 3. And since I did it to the 3, I have to do it, since I did it to the 4, I have to do it to the 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And this one's gone. But now I'm going to try to subtract them. 4 12ths take away 9 12ths. This is our problem. 4 can't take away 9. So we have to rename by borrowing. I'm going to go to my 5 here. I'm going to cross it out. It's going to become a 4. I've borrowed from it a 1. It says right here, I'm going to add my borrowed 1 to my numerator. So I took 1 away, and now it's floating in space, and it's going to come over here, and I'm going to add it to this fraction right here, a 1. The problem is, though, is that 1 over 1, which is 1, the one I borrowed, can't add to 4 12ths because they don't have the same denominator. So what is the denominator that 12 and 1 share? 12. What did I multiply the 1 by to get 12? 12. And so since I multiplied the denominator by 12, I have to multiply the numerator by 12 also. So look at this, it's 12 12ths. How much is 12 over 12? It's a 1. So what am I really adding to my 4/12? I'm really adding to it the 1 that I borrowed. It just looks different. So 4/12 plus 12/12, I just rewrite my denominators and I add my numerators. 4 plus 12 is 16. So this is now a 16/12. So 16/12 because I borrowed 12/12 from here. I borrowed that. Now I can subtract. 16 minus 9 is 7. I'm going to rewrite my denominator, 12. And 4 minus 2 is 2. We're going to try again one more time. Let's try 8 and 2/7 minus 5 and 3/5. Their common denominator is 35. I multiplied my denominator by 5, so I'm going to multiply my numerator by 5. 2 times 5 is 10, and this one's gone. I multiplied my denominator by 7 to make it 35, so I have to multiply my numerator by 7. 3 times 7 is 21, and now this is gone. My problem here is that 10/35 cannot take away 21/35, so I have to borrow from my 8 and make it a 7, and now I'm going to rename my fraction. I'm going to add to this a fraction that is equal to 1 that has the same denominator. 35 over 35 is just a 1, because 35 divided by 35 is a 1. And so 10/35 plus 35/35 is 45/35. So I've added it on. And now I can subtract. 45 minus 21 is 24/35. 7 minus 5 is 3. And that's it. Oh, sorry, 7 minus 5 is 2. Thank you. My husband corrected me there. Yay, him. All done.